In some of you have been at my talk, The Journey Towards Optimum Wellbeing, but I think a lot of you haven't actually. And I say the journey towards optimum well-being has no end. It's a bit like a carrot on a stick, because the higher up the mountain you get, the wider the view, but there's no end to the journey. So life just keeps getting better. And so I always start the journey by the talk by saying, well, it's like a carrot on a stick. You can never reach the optimum well-being because there's always something you can do to get even better. But at the end, I give people the key to optimum well-being, which we all can reach any moment. It's free. It doesn't matter if you're dying on cancer or if you're really happy. It's this word that we hear a lot here, but I want to just take it at one level further down, is in every moment where you're truly grateful, in that moment you're optimally well. No matter what state of health you're in. The key to optimum well-being is gratitude. And everybody can feel it, right? Here. And so it's like, we've got the key. We've got the key. And the other thing I'm pointing out is, it's often said with network marketing, it's an opportunity for the average person to have an above average, an outrageous life. Outrageous. There's more millionaires created in network marketing than all other businesses together, you know. Who in the corporate pyramid becomes a millionaire? How many, you know? In network marketing, a lot of ordinary people become millionaires. But the secret is, to get from ordinary to extraordinary, you need to change, right? And it's the process of change that is always hard. It's never easy, no matter how hard it is not to change, however hard people's life is. They want to change, but to actually really change, it needs a lot of support. I don't think people can generally do it by themselves, especially the average person. Once you're up here, above average, change becomes easier and easier, and you want to change. But the average person that's overweight and unhealthy, and you know, that we offer this opportunity to, it's the support that they need most. And so often don't get. Even in our beautiful industry, people tell me all kinds of stories of never having had any support. So I think we've just taken Life Force to another dimension through Dream Launch Bootcamp. Even the name, right? I don't think anybody here has now got a problem with Dream Launch Bootcamp, except some of us can't say it still. It's a tongue breaker. Dream camp. But there was so much reaction to this word boot camp. But unless we get a gentle loving boot up our backside, we won't move. Right? And I think this is what happened here. Everybody moved. And once you moved, that boot isn't so threatening anymore. It's actually support. Right? We know that it is support, while the people out there who didn't come just because of the fear, because of the name, they think it's a steel cap, sharp tip boot, really hard, you know. But it's just the heart jumping out, you know. It's a loving, gentle push up the hill, you know, not in the cold pool. Even though some of us, by their free will, did jump in the lake last night. And that wasn't a push, was it?
No.
It's a pull.
The moon.
So I just want to congratulate you for making that step into the unknown, you know, name and all, you know. It was scary and it was unknown, and you are here. And we just need to now spread it like a virus. You know? Keep spreading it. Internet gives us computer gives us a lot of nice terminology that makes sense once you know computers. So when something goes viral on the internet, we know what it is. We don't want to catch it on the internet, but we want to catch this wave, this viral wave, right? So keep passing it on and keep sharing, especially with the people that you now feel, I wish he or she was here. No? Keep sharing what actually happened for you. That's the only example we have, is this is how I was when I got there. This is what I thought before I got there. This is how I was when I got. and you can show it to them online. Isn't that amazing? So I say it again, nobody else will bother to watch that whole Dream Launch Bootcamp in Queenstown, but you guys can access those files and show it to the right people at the right time to help them break through. That's another service we provide here. And there's just so much service. I've worked with these two beautiful people for a long time with Krista before. She was the one who pushed me gently from where food wasn't anything I ever thought about to food becoming all I thought about for a long time. And that took quite a bit, but it was this gentle, there's a better life on this side of the life. But what always strikes me is now we've worked together for nearly 15 years, must be by now. March was 15 years when I joined. And I remember thinking, like I did all my product three-ways with Krista, thinking, I could never know all that. And Michael comes and does these amazing presentations, and I go, and three-way calls too, where I go, I could never be that good. And it's still the same. So I think I got a bit better in the years, especially if you saw some videos of my first presentation. And it's just we're all getting better together. And if I didn't have you two ahead of me on the journey, I'd be way back there still wondering where would I go if I was successful. Because I think the fear of success is much bigger than the fear of failure. Failing is something we're already used to, from trying to walk to going through school and sport and whatever. Failure is easy. But success is really scary, because what happens when I have all that money? I didn't really want that much money because I could become very self-destructive if I was in that old state of consciousness. So seeing people ahead of me on the journey and what they can now do with that money makes me want the money. I was the guy who lived without money and said, if somebody walks in here with $1 million suitcase and puts it on my non-existing table, I would tell them to take it away, because I didn't want what would come with $1 million. And now somebody could put $1 million on my existing table twice a day, and I could handle it. I would take it, and I'd know what to do with it. And I wouldn't be self-destructive or destructive at all. I would be very creative. So that's the journey, It's not just about money, it's about knowing what to do with it. And I'm very grateful for the living example. And I can see us all get there. But those guys are now, you will be if you want to. And I'll be a little bit further. Thank you.